Alright, you can't start the live shows with music because the music's on the phone. At least I don't think you can. So we're going to go live and we're going to update the 50 BMG collection. But first, I'm going to go grab some links. So you're going to sit here and watch nothing. I'll zoom in on this little patch right here so you all can look at the quality of this awesome Allen Anchor patch while I go grab some links. We need links. Do I have links right here? No, I don't. That's pretty lame. I only found one link. But I can take some off of this. I'm pretty sure this was just some stuff I was going to trade for. Got a couple of different kind of blanks here. I think I got these at Big Sandy more than likely. These look a little weird. Anyway, I'm going to grab some links. It looks like I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got one there, so 2, 3, 4. And you just have to twist them out of here. And once they twist out, they disintegrate. So these 4 are nothing new. They're just I think they're armor-piercing incendiary. Nothing all that interesting. So we're going to look at what's new in the collection and where I'm going to shove them. So I'm going to shove these 2 right here, because that way I can only break it once. This one's going to go over here. This one is also a dupe, an extra. What do you know about this one? Paint's in good shape. So first, let's see what the difference is with head stamps here. This one says 50 and 81. And this one just says 50, but in a different stamp. So does 50 mean Portuguese or South Africa? Well, Africa. I don't know if it's South Africa. Anyway, got one of these. That's going in here. Got this weird thing. That'll go here. This, I think, is the same as this. So we're going to check that out. This is new. This one's awesome. And then this we'll start with. This is a regular old 50. Looks like a regular 50 because of the cleanliness of it, and there's no sealant. On a quick look, you'd say it's just some sort of like a hunting round or a target round. There's nothing fancy about this one at all. But let's turn a light on here. Do one of these things. Bam. If I can get it to focus. I don't know if it will. Maybe, maybe, maybe not. Anyway, it's got a Barrett head stamp. Barely get it. I don't know if I'm going to get it to say it and show it. Maybe right there a little bit. So yeah, Barrett head stamp. That's kind of neat. So that's going to go over here on the end, where it comes over to a bunch of dummy rounds, and then these plastic, well, some inert solid rounds, blanks, I guess. They're not anything. There's inert. And then some indoor stuff, and then some blanks. And then this thing is another Barrett round. So we'll pull this out. And this is one of the reasons I like keeping my bullet collections, at least military collections, on linked. because even though it's not super easy, it is possible to, yikes, pull this thing out of here eventually. Maybe. And then have at it, but also break the links and be able to shove another one in there. But this is also a Barrett. That one's way easier to see. So this is a Barrett, what the hell do you call this? A 416. And this is for California, I guess, a neck down and shortened version of the 50. And then now I have a Barrett to go with it. How come this one's so easy to see and this one you can't see at all? Anyway, I got two Barretts now. It's kind of cool. Not cheap, but I went to the SAR show yesterday, and this was, what side am I going to put it on? I'm going to put it on this side because this is still 50s, technically, and this thing from Barrett is a 50. And then, just to add the new link, this one is ALKB, so there's differences in links. Don't let anybody tell there ain't. Oh, I already added the link. And then we'll shove this 416 in here, because this 416 ain't a 50. Holy crap. That almost goes in. It's almost a 50, but it ain't. And then these ain't 50s, so... This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20... 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so 32, 4, 6, 8, 52. It's like getting to be 60 rounds, maybe. Let's see, so now we'll go over to here. And this guy's pretty awesome. So this is a plastic tip, you can't tell. But this is not just red paint. I don't know what's going on there, but that is plastic. I don't know if it's all the way through or what. Let's see. Let's see on there. DAG and 74. So that's kind of neat. So this comes from a guy who was collecting ordnance, big stuff, and he didn't care about these 50s. So you can tell there's a hole in it, so it's fake, or it's demilled or whatever. But sometimes for some stuff you can't, you don't get a choice. Anyway, I'm going to shove it in here next to these reds, and I think reds aren't anything good. They're just incendiary or something, but it's got to go somewhere, and I don't know what it is, so I'm going to pull this guy out. It's a little easier if you pinch it and grab the one that's on the end. It's a little easier with these than it is with 308s and stuff, but it's a little tricky. And then you just add your link in there the right way. So there's a narrow part of the link that holds the neck, right? And then a fat part of the link that holds the bottom, right? Bigger hole, smaller hole. So you can shove it in this way, but it ain't going to go very far. And it ain't going to attach. So you can only really put it in one way. The big trick is when you put it in here, if you flip it over, that ain't going to work. It won't go any farther than that. So you put it in the right way. Cram this guy back in, and this kind of ammo never wants to go in good. I do it this way, so if it accidentally goes off, it goes up into the camera and towards all you people, and I don't have to worry about safety on this end. But I figure most of you people have probably seen that video where the guy shoots a 50 and it comes right back and knocks his hat off, so you've got the reflexes of a YouTube expert. You'll dodge it. And then this one will go right in here. And that one went right in because for some reason everything cool goes right in and everything real gets to be forced in. Alright, next. This gray thing. So, I thought it was white because the horrible conditions at the weird-ass compliant gun show yesterday. I really thought this was white. And I wasn't even wearing sunglasses. What do we got? Ugh. So this is exactly what I already have. LC07. Oh, wait a minute. That's weird. And this is 87. So the only difference is this is from 1987, and this is from 2007. So this is a much newer, what is gray? I don't know. Armor piercing, probably. So, boring. Paid too much for that. That's what happens when the lighting is bad at a gun show. It would have been cool to have a white one now. And I had this picture to go off of. So I was seeing, I knew this one was gray. But like I say, I literally had this in my hand and it looked white. But whatever. Next, we're going to pull this. If I remember right, that yellow is a bear. So we're going to pull this guy, which I can't remember if it's a bear or not. But pull the one you want. It'll pinch like this, get it to the top. So see this? This is what's going to pinch all your fingers and stuff. So if you're one of them crybabies, you can't deal with 50s. Alright, so I guess I didn't use one of them. And I guess I pulled too many links. I didn't need that many. So this thing is awesome. I don't know what this is either. And the guy didn't know either. So I think it's a projectile with another projectile crammed into it and a third projectile crammed into that. And then they took some sort of real heavy duty heat shrink tubing and melted it, right? And then they took that stack and considered it a projectile and stuck it in there and then dimpled it. So I don't know where Dead Horse is at, but you ever seen such a thing? This is similar. This is not a sabot. This is something I think with like multiple projectiles in like, I don't know, some kind of polymer. I'm thinking heated and injected, whatever that is, BT, whatever, plastic. But this is multiple projectiles also. And it almost even looks like similar projectiles. So they use little conical things for this. And I have this projectile on its own that I got somewhere separate. And I got this one loaded. So it's not a sabot like these, a subcaliber insert. This is instead multi-projectiles. And how cool is that? Never seen such a thing. And now I own it. So it's going in here next to this yellow one. Oh wait, I'm going to put that yellow one in here. So maybe I did have the right number of links. Put this guy back in. That wasn't too bad. And then we'll shove this guy next to it. That's where it's going to live. Oh yeah, that one right in. And then we got this one. So this one is this 5061. And this one is just plain old 50. Look at how bright and yellow that is. I got this one at a gun show. I forget what year that was anymore. 12 or 14. And I just got this one this weekend. So as soon as I bought this one for way too much money, I went over to AZ Firearms, which isn't open today because they're doing an auction. That's why I went over there to look at their auction. And they got a case of these and an unopened case. So at least, even though I got screwed buying this one for too much, I found out what a case looks like. And I have a picture of the case now. So that's kind of cool. But I always thought they were South African, and I think it said Portuguese on the case. So now I think they're from Portugal. Alright, so I guess that's the update. It's a lot easier to make it into a circle now. It was kind of a pain before. You had to stretch it, but it's getting there. Now, here's what I passed up. One, because I didn't have enough cash and I didn't feel like going to an ATM. And that's because, here's a preview. I bought all these for the patch panel. What? Did I buy a bunch of patches at the gun show? Yes. So those are all going on the Free Patch Friday panel. But I didn't have enough money left over. These two here are not 50s. These are the Kami 50s, 12 point something metric. And the guy had a steel case metric jammed into a broken case. So it looked cool. But I wasn't going to pay for it. And I would have if I had the money. There was also a two-tone red. And I ended up opting for this because I haven't seen one since forever. And I figured I'd buy it for trading purposes, but best laid plans. Like I say, I went over to Arizona Firearms or AZ Firearms, and they have a case of them, like literally 100 of them, or however many's in a case. So should have bought that red one. Didn't get the guy's card. That was another thing I probably should have done. Dang it, I probably should have got the guy's card. Oh well, live and learn. So added a couple more to the collection. I'm super stoked about this double projectile weird thing here. That's pretty neat. This one, equally stoked. It's some sort of, looks like solid brass with a plastic front on it. Really cool, but a big piece of plastic. And it's kind of neat to get a 50 Barrett. All right. So that's the update. I'm going to see if anybody has any questions here. Where do I get my chat at? Do you want to show it to me? How do I get it to show me the chat? There we go. Oh, let's see. The fun part of shooting 50? I don't know. Oh, you probably shot 50s. I don't know. In the military, you gotta link 50s? I figured you'd get them from some kind of can already linked, made by robots or whatever. The weight of all this, we don't have to estimate nothing, dude. I can use this handy dandy weight Weightrometrics. And another cool thing about belts, you roll them up, and that makes a cool looking thing like this, which is pretty awesome to look at, especially if that's sitting on a desk or whatever. But then I can use my weightrometer over here. How much do you think this is going to weigh? There's, whatever I said, 60-ish rounds of 50 BMG. This one, for example, has a legal amount of explosive in it. Some of these have different types of chemicals for various pyrotechnic and visual fun stuff. Anyway, just under 13 pounds. 12 pounds, 6.8 ounces. And if I put this highly detailed, touching the patch to focus it, that didn't work. But if I touch the screen, it does focus, FYI. Look at the amount of detail on that. Do you see that lettering? Do you see the detail of that white on the lettering? Right? Do you see the detail of the Los Angeles exclamation point California? And the shoes right there? You're like, what is that patch going to weigh? Like 30 pounds, 40 pounds? Oh, it weighed like 2 ounces, not even. So, anyway, 13 pounds of 50s. Now, a 9mm person couldn't carry this many rounds of bullets to scare them. Their little tri-cell electric cars wouldn't be able to carry as much ammo either. Put that back in the circle there. All right, let's see if we got any other comments. 22 pounds. No. Lucky. Because I got this patch? Yeah, you bet. I didn't even have to pay for this patch. I know the owner of the company. Got it for nothing. But yeah, all you got to do is hang out with the owner of a company for a long time, and then maybe you'll get a free patch. All right, what else we got? Let's see. Yeah, you were way off. Let's see. Now all you need is one of them M3s. I know a guy that had 2 M3s, and he sold one for, well, let's say he bought a Lamborghini with one, and then he sold the other one for a lot of money as well. And that was a pain, because I really liked shooting his guns. But whatever, he sold them. So I don't have a 50 mod Deuce anymore, but he had a FN bought from the factory pre-86. That was pretty cool. I liked shooting that gun. And then another one. But quit showing off her patch over there. We'll quit being live, because really I was just going to add these to my links and figured I'd do it live so everybody could experience the fun of ammo collecting and seeing the belt get bigger. I've got one that I'm working on that's been bugging me ever since I was in Wisconsin and found one at a gun shop and the guy wouldn't sell it to me. But pretty fun. Yeah, look around gun shows and keep your eye open. You find them. The stuff over here is all just different head stamps and things, old ones and whatnot. And then all these are different projectiles. Most military stuff is colored on the tip so that you can tell immediately what it is. And often, different types of bullets are used in different applications and stuff. So something like the 50 that's been around since the beginning of the 19th century and still used today for all different kinds of roles, from aircraft to hunting, has a ton of different bullets and projectiles available for it. One of the other things I got at the show this weekend is this book, thick book on ammo, and I'm going to build 2 calibers in there. This 50 BMG and the 7.62 by 39. But lots and lots of stuff to learn and have fun with. Way more of this stuff built than any other gun, right? Because they just make more of it. Anyway, that's the end of today's live show. Thanks for watching.